Question of the morning up on our Facebook page, DJ and PK. What are the reasons Shedeur Sanders didn't get drafted until the 5th round?
I think there's a bunch. You know, the thing that I expected, though, I figured that at some point he was going to renounce his desire to be in the draft and transfer to BYU and play basketball.
No.
For reported
Everybody else is.
They did add
Press
Kennard
conference-
Davis Jr.
There's just not enough money in the NFL. That'd be such a
I mean,
great line.
if you are any kind of player and BYU's not recruiting you, what an insult. That's more of an insult than Shedeur dropping to the 5th round.
Greatest insults in sports. List them. Go.
That if you're a top player and BYU's not recruiting you, how embarrassing is that? I mean,
Can't really
Kentucky,
show your
Carolina,
face.
Duke, just get BYU leftovers now.
Cougar leftovers.
Yeah. That Lone Peak return missionary, yeah, we got a place for you. It's called UVU.
Play there for a couple of years. We'll see.
There's a school down the street.
Forget about Rick's. We got UVU.
They were green and gold.
There's a lot of truth to that one.
Where missionaries go to play.
Yep. Got to play right away.
But a lot of things go into it, you know. I don't know that you can pull out one. But, I mean, I think even this was political. What side of the aisle you're on. If you're on that side, it's because of what he looks like and whatever. If you're on this side, it's, nah, man, he didn't interview well and blah, he's entitled and his dad's a drama queen and he's going to, who wants all that drama and all that, you know.
Sherry went right there. Teams don't usually look for drama, but they'll jump at it if someone has the talent.
Oh, I mean, that's for sure. Yeah, there's no question about that. That's been proven a million times over. I mean, the guys get busted for DUI on Tuesday, and they're starting on Saturday, Sunday. I mean, and that's just not to minimize that, but that seems like on the lower end of it as far as that goes. Yeah, I wonder how much drama there would be. Because when the season starts, if Deion Sanders is worrying about his son, he's going to be exposed as a fraud as a D1 coach. I mean, because once they come back from their vacations in July and they meet, a lot of the teams will have a retreat with the coaches, and then it's on. You're putting in massive hours, and their seasons essentially coincide. NFL's a little longer on the front end and the back end, but the guts of it is the exact same time. And so if you got time to be worrying about what your son is doing at his job, then that's going to look negatively upon Deion Sanders, and that's going to hurt recruiting and everything else. So I sort of have a raised eyebrow on that, thinking, really? You know, Deion likes to talk, and he'll always like to talk, and nobody believes in us, and you don't like us, and we'll show you. I mean, that's his shtick. That's never going to change. But after a while, that just becomes hot air.
But the thought, because he said he wanted to coach his kid at one point, or people thinking, we bring in this kid who's a project, the media will get all fired up. If Deion says just a little bit of something one time, I mean, people can run with that forever. And people will run with it anyway because the kid has some celebrity.
But there's a story every day. The NFL is about winning and losing, and what are you doing there? I just don't see Deion Sanders having much of an effect. He's going to come off foolish. And he's shrewd enough to where it seems like he'll get to the line but then back away from it.
He does do a good job of that.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Sometimes people run and they get way across the line before they look up.
Right.
And for a guy who has talked into a microphone, into a camera as often as that guy has, he didn't do that.
Right.
He has an outstanding sense of that.
And there was a big deal last year. He wouldn't answer the questions from the Denver guy. Then it went away.
It did go away.
Yeah.
All right, DJ PK, it's 97.5 The Zone. When we come back, the NBA playoffs. Keith Smart, NBA analyst, contributor for Spotrac, joins us coming up next. Stay with us.